back to another Mindful Maze and Chats video. Today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on all the fall collections that released this year. We have 8 different collections to go through from 4 different brands released over a few months period in the fall. And I feel like there's a lot of collections this year. It's normally 8, I don't know, but it feels like a lot. So I do just want to get right into this. I do this series, I guess, for every season. So I'll link all my other season collection rankings in the cards, but just so you know, if you're not familiar, I rank them with the tier ranking system, with S being the best and then F being the worst. So it's pretty general, just like your grade school grading system, and let's get right into it. First up, I want to talk about the Cirque Colors Destiny collection. This was a 6-piece collection from Cirque Colors featuring their shimmergraphic polishes, which is just their way of having shimmer and holographic polishes in the same formula. And the theme for this collection was kind of like tarot reading, crystal balls, like the fates, that kind of a vibe, which I can get down with, honestly. But something about this collection just did not hit for me. I think the way they wanted it to. It just felt like too muddled, and I feel like when I think of like destiny and like that whole aspect, I am not thinking dark browns and like greens. Like personally, I'm just not. I was thinking of more an ethereal vibe, like the shade Serendipity which they released, which is the white with like the pink shimmer in it. Super pretty. Why weren't there more of that? Maybe because it was like a fall collection. But then the whole destiny theme, like I don't know. Something was not clicking. It was not doing what it needed to do. I do think that Cirque also releases a lot of the shimmer graphic formula, and I understand because they went through the whole process of trademarking it and everything, but I feel like they have too many collections where the whole thing is shimmer graphic. I would prefer if it's like scattered throughout other collections, but I also just prefer mixed formula collections in general. So I don't know. I think this is like maybe the 2nd or 3rd shimmer graphic collection they've released this year, and it just feels like a little too much. So yeah, those are my thoughts on it. I was not very pleased with it. I'm also not very pleased with them only having 2 swatch pictures per listing with these new collections. Like, what's that about? What's that about? Because the whole point of buying nail polish is to see it on your fingers. So when you're on the nail polish website and they only have 2 pictures of polish on their fingers, it's just like not clocking to me like what's going on. It's their colors. Like, I will swatch for you. I don't know, hire someone, because I really do not like the fact that they only have like 2 actual swatch pictures on people's hands. And it's so random because then sometimes they'll have like 4 different swatch pictures and then sometimes they only have 2. So I'm like, what's going on? I don't like the inconsistency here. Regardless, I am ranking this collection a C on the scale, so kind of midway through. I'm not super impressed by it, but it's not like personally attacking me, I guess. Next up is honestly not any better. This is Holo Taco's Renaissance collection. This one genuinely PMO. Like, TS PMO, guys, this is not what I wanted. This collection, honestly, I did receive this collection in PR, but it just did not hit the way I wanted to hit. Like, it was just not doing it for me. And honestly, it's because I am a crushed holo hater. Do not bring that near me. Actually, back up. Do not come at me with that crushed holo. Especially there's not even a shimmer. Like, I'm not gonna get into it because I'm feeling a little feisty today for some reason, but crushed holo and me we're not on good terms. And this collection was not doing itself any favors, especially because it's the Renaissance themed collection and there wasn't a gold polish in it. Like, come on, guys. Gold, Renaissance, like, it was right there. It was right there. It really was right there. So, yeah, I did not appreciate this collection. This was actually, fun fact, the first Holo Taco collection that I did not do a nail art for, like, ever. I don't remember when I started getting Holo Taco in PR, maybe like a couple years ago, but I've always done a nail art for it. This time, like, I planned one out. I was not feeling inspired by the collection at all. The nail art I planned was like not doing it for me, and I just skipped it, guys. Like, I did the video for you guys, of course. I had to film the review, but the nail art for the Instagram was not no, it was not happening. I am glad that we got crushed hollows for the people who appreciate it and want the darker tones, because if I'm remembering correctly, we really did not have a lot of those darker shades in the crushed hollows. Maybe a couple from like the Holo Barista collection, but not like a lot in the catalog. So I'm happy for you guys. But personally, it's a D for me. Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna move on to bigger and better things, aka Mooncat's one and only fall collection they released this year, which was the Danse Macabre. Am I pronouncing that right? Probably not. But you know what? This collection makes up for it because I thought this collection was so cool. I thought it was so Mooncat. Like, they really injected that Mooncat essence into this collection. And you know what? It turned some people off. I saw some mixed reviews on this collection, and honestly, I think that's what Mooncat wanted. Like, they want it to be edgy because that's what their brand is about, and it turns some people off, but that's okay. Like, I think it works weirdly. Like, it was doing it for me. Like, this is what I want from Mooncat. That being said, a lot of the polishes I think were kind of dupable and not necessarily super unique and creative, but I think it really leaned into some of Mooncat's most prominent formula types that they do, so I did appreciate that. My favorite polish from the collection was the Doppelganger. I love a shimmer, and honestly, I don't love a thermal, but I do love the idea of a thermal. So I really like the how this one came together and was executed. I thought it fit perfectly into the collection. I did also have one other grievance with this collection though. Why are we doing Aphrodisiac like 10 times? Why are we doing that? If you're not aware, basically this whole started with Mooncat putting out a polish. I think it was called Pink Piglet, and it was super popular, but I think it was just a one-time limited edition run, but it became very popular. So they just keep like making other versions of it. I think they had the Pink Piglet 2.0, and then they released Aphrodisiac, and now they're releasing Living Doll. But they keep retiring the previous iteration. So why don't we just make the original polish again? Like, this is the FOMO behavior that I don't appreciate from Mooncat. But regardless, a pre-polish is a pre-polish, and I love a little Pink Piglet, I love a little Aphrodisiac, and therefore I love a little Living Doll. That being said, I am going to rate the overall collection an A, because it was doing it for me, guys. It was doing it for me. Next up, we have ILNP Thorn collection. This collection made me go, because originally I was like, what's going on? Like, why are we releasing 4 black polishes in the same collection? Upon closer inspection though, they were 4 different Crellies that were black leaning, but they did have some pigment in them. And I think the issue came with this collection was that the marketing material and the promotionals were not showing the colors exactly like how they were in real life, because when I looked at the swatch pictures from people and not from the brand, the pictures did show more pigment and the polishes leaned a little bit less black and like a little bit to their respective color. So I will give them that. In the original promo picture though, I'm like, these are all just black, but it seems like they do have some color in them, and people really like this collection, and I was kind of surprised by that because I'm not like necessarily in super close to black Crelly kind of a person. But you know what, it's a popular type of formula. People look for those, or people also hate those, not gonna lie. But I'm kind of in the middle ground, and I'm like, you know what, this brought a lot of people joy, and I love that ILNP is expanding their jelly catalog, especially these really super dark, rich jellies. I feel like a lot of brands might stay away from, but they kind of leaned into it, and I'm like, you know what, they get my respect for that. For the polishes, I will accept that. So you know what, they're gonna get a C from me for this one. I think I would have preferred if the colors came out individually like in other types of mixed formula collections, rather than giving us 4 that look almost identical in the same collection, if that makes sense. But yeah. Now we're gonna get into some of the Halloween collections that came out this year. First up is Cirque Colors Apotheascary collection. This was a very small 4-piece collection that featured of their Spotlight shimmers, which are just like shimmery polishes with reflective pigment in them. And like I said, I love a shimmer kind of here and there with reflective pigment. And then, you know what, I was satisfied with this collection, because while 4-piece collections can be hard to execute in a good way, I think they did it here. I mean, I really do love a glittery glam moment for Halloween, especially if there's like a shifty kind of quality to it, and the reflectiveness of it, kind of, you can see it in this lighting, you can't see in this lighting. It's giving Halloween to me. It's giving witch casting a magical spell, and she has these little spotlight shimmers on her nails. Like, I get the Halloween vision, and I'm glad that they only put it in a 4-piece collection too, so we didn't overdo it with the spotlight shimmers like we're doing it with the shimmer graphics. So that brings me to the rating, which is a B actually. actually. I was satisfied. Next up, we have Holo Taco's Halloween collection. I did also review this one in PR, so I did get to try out all the polishes. Honestly, for Holo Taco's very first Halloween-centered collection, I was impressed. Like, it gave what it needed to give, and I did think it leaned a little bit too red. There was kind of like 3 red polishes in just a 6-piece collection. But, you know, people like a red, especially during Halloween, so I kind of get it. My favorite one in the collection was actually Trick or Trash. I just love like a black jelly with like flakes in it. Oh, it hit. I also loved the curly additions to it. I love the little micro metallic foil flake from what they're doing. The thermal was fun. They also did release that blue glow in the dark topper, which was not specifically part of the collection, but it kind of released simultaneously. So I did appreciate that as well. And overall, I liked it a lot, so I'm gonna give it an A. Next up, we have ILNP's Twisted collection, which this, I mean, I know that ILNP has done a lot of these full magnetic collections, but they hit every single time. Like, they really came for Cleona with this collection, I fear. They did it in a way that was like delicious. Like, it was perfection, you guys. Like, if it's not obvious already, I'm giving this one an S. Like, this one is S tier collection for Halloween. And like the polishes themselves were like spooky vibes, and the names, like the marketing, like everything I think came together so well. My favorite one was probably Warped. That one was so cool. But overall, the collection also has just received a lot of good reviews from it as well. I think they are so fun. ILNP has beautiful magnetics, so of course this collection was going to be amazing. It was just so spooky, so fun, so shimmery, everything I love. So S tier. The last collection we'll be talking about today is Cirque Color's Silver Screen collection. Now, this collection just kind of like confused me a little bit. Like the silver screen kind of like starlit vibe was not clocking to me. It was not really making sense to me. I did appreciate that they came out with this during Taylor Swift's Life of a Showgirl release. I think hopefully that was planned. I don't know. I think there's some Swifties on the Cirque Colors team. They were 6 reflective magnetic polishes, but they didn't match like what I would picture like a showgirl to be wearing. Like, it just, I don't know, something about it. I feel like if they just had a completely different theme, a completely different execution, completely different colorway, it could have been a really good collection. But this one, it just fell very flat to me, unfortunately. It wasn't, you know, offensive, but I was just like, oh, we didn't, you know, this is not, you know, but, you know, this is just my opinion. It's just my opinion. So from the bottom of my heart, I'm giving it a D. Alright, okay, that was a lot of collections that I kind of went through. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was just my personal take on some of the collections that came out this fall. I feel like I was kind of split. I either really liked or really did not like a lot of the collections that came out this fall for some reason. And I think it's just because some of the themes can get a little muddy. It's kind of random. It's like Halloween, great theme. Everything else during fall, if it's not like a harvest theme or something like that, I'm just kind of like, whatever. So I will also mention all the pictures that I showed in today's video were from the brand's either websites or social media pages. I will also link in the cards my reviews on the Holo Taco ones. I do feel like for this winter, we are going to have a lot more interesting collections, so I am very excited for that, and I hope you guys will stick around to see my winter collection ranking in a few months. And overall, let me know if you picked up any of these collections, what are your thoughts on it. Am I totally off base? Let me know. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!